Hello everyone, I am Alville. Welcome to my channel. Here, you are going to learn about Excel microcoding, techniques, neat tricks, and practical solutions with this office tool, from the creation of a clean workbook, coding all the way to a final product. In the following slides, I am going to explain the workflow that will be used for building up macrocodes. This is the introduction to the variables standardization. Let's start with the integer and byte variables. These are deprecated for VBA purposes, as we may see in the following GIF. As we click through the buttons, a code is being run in order to store numbers from 1 to 254. The numbers shown are the milliseconds took by the computer in order to store the data under the variable clicked. Byte and integer take a significant higher time than long does. Unless it is a name parameter, these items should not be used for VBA. Next, we are going to look into the long, double, and single variables. These variables will be used when dealing with numbers in macro Excel coding. Their values are stated on the slideshow. Alville workflow will be: these variables will be standardized to be read as theme, number, descriptive item, as long, single, or double. In example, when we are going to make a declaration for use rows in a sheet, we are going to use dim, num, use rows as long. There will be exceptions to this rule. Counters, for example, for cycles will be defined as dim, counter, descriptive item, and then as long. Totals for cycles will be defined as dim, total, descriptive item, as long. Previous descriptive items will be shared for the same elements. In example, let's assume that we are going to count fruits and we are going to base a cycle based on the number of fruits. So, dim counter fruits as long and then dim total fruits as long. Rows and columns. Rows and columns are addressed by numbers at Excel VBA coordinate system. They will be standardized as dim row descriptive item as long. Dim col descriptive item as long. We are going to look into the Boolean variables, a variable that can return either true or false. Alville workflow. Every true or false can be formulated as a question. These variables will be standardized to be read as dim is descriptive item as Boolean. In example, dim is data organized as Boolean. Object. The object data type can point to data of any data type, including any object instance your application recognizes. Use object when you don't know at compile time what data type the variable might point to. Alville workflow. Mostly, these objects variables are used to hold external references to programs. Nevertheless, a standardization may be defined as dim object descriptive item as object. Example, dim object win player as object. String. Use the string data type to hold multiple characters without the array management overhead of char, an array of char elements. Alville workflow. String items are standardized as dim txt descriptive item as a string. Exceptions. Titles will be labeled as dim title descriptive item as a string. This is because in practice, this kind of strings will lead to the procedures and is need to have them identified among all other text variables. Other elements. Arrays, defined as a group of variables. Array elements for any variable will begin with R and then will be followed by their second attribute. Dim R descriptive item as variable. In example, dim R txt brands as a string. Variant. The variant data type is a data type for all variables that are not explicitly declared as some other type, using statements such as dim, private, public, or static. The variant data type has no type declaration character. Alville workflow. This declaration should be avoided as a general rule. However, it has been found that in order to do interactions within an array, and later converting that data to another variable, this is convenient. As such, This will be considered when interaction in an array or collection should be manipulated later on. The same logic used in counter totals is applied here. Previous descriptive items will be shared for the same elements. In example, dim item descriptive item as variant, dim item txt brands as variant. Moving on, subs. Whenever a sub is going to be used in the code will precede it. At the time, user-defined functions are going to be written up. Alville workflow. This aims to identify faster who is who in the code. If statements will be enumerated as soon as they appear, as with their else, if, and if parts with the comments next to them. In example, if is data organized equals true, then a comment will be added as numerated 1. If is data organized equals true, else of the if that we just saw will be numerated as well, and if will be commented as well. Lastly, code readability and space should not take more than one screen. Identifying mirror functions could help to reduce greatly this. Mirror function. Alville defines it as a function that can be outsourced from the intended action. Practical examples will be noted on the videos and moving along on the channel using this term. By now, should be clear that a standardization needs to be adapted per user and should be easy to remember based on meaning of the variable and easy to remember. Taking advantage of VBA suggestion function will be strongly benefited by this standardization and code readability. Okay guys, as always, thank you for watching, subscribe for more awesome tutorials, and be sure to like and comment this. See ya!